Hey everyone, Pastor Chris here. Welcome to Poolside Chat. What a great day. It's been cold the last couple days. Man alive. I've lost my, I don't know. They say your blood thins when you move to Florida. It does. But today's nice. 70 degrees when I got out of the car. And a little cool in the shade. I still got my jacket on, but it's good. I was thinking, got a question. A couple weeks ago, actually a month ago, and then again it came up just recently. So I'm not going to get into the questions, but I do want to remind everybody, which kind of does address this, about a verse. And it's in Proverbs 15:13 for those of you who want to skip ahead. So Proverbs, book in the Bible, Old Testament, written by Solomon. Solomon, considered the wisest man who ever lived, king of Israel, and he ruled Israel kind of at the height of its kingdomness. They had the most land they've had in their history. They had the most economic success, military success, prosperity. They were really blessed at this time. And Proverbs are just a group of what it is. It's a group of Proverbs, a collection of sayings that God inspired Solomon to compile together and write and collect into this book called Proverbs. So these are some of the things that would be taught to Jewish children. Not all these Proverbs are of Jewish origin. Interestingly enough, some of these are sayings that were common in the Levant way back in the ancient days. So they would be known. Solomon just collected them into this book under God's leadership. Does this mean they were divinely inspired? It means the book was divinely inspired because God had Solomon collect them together to put them in this book. And most of these proverbs talk about, they're different rules, sayings. It's about wisdom. Wisdom is different than knowledge. Knowledge are facts. Observations, facts. Grass is green. It grows in the springtime. The sun rises in the east, sets in the west. So they're observations and facts. Moss grows on the north side of a tree. Wisdom is the application of facts. And it's godly wisdom that God's used to inspire Solomon how to apply knowledge to live to your fullest, best life. Social life, wisdom, family life, teachers, is just rules for living. They're proverbs. And there's one that always, well, I shouldn't say always struck me. There's one that struck me for the questions I got. And they all had to do with the look of some people. Why do some people just look? I mean, they ask me, why do people look ugly? And they meant their countenance, their affect, their whole them, the aura. And some people, and this came out of some of these riots and protests and hateful things that are happening. What are the ones that get hurt still seem to look not ugly? That's the gist of the questions I got. And there's a proverb that addresses this. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 13. Oh, excuse me, wrong one. Wrong. Oh, there it is. Oh, the wrong verse. 15:13. A happy heart makes the face cheerful, but heartache crushes the spirit. So it sounds self-evident. A happy heart makes the face cheerful. What's on the inside shows on the outside. And you don't need a proverb to tell you this. You can look at people and tell whether they're like happy, sad, joyful, depressed, fearful, angry, sorrowful, scared. What's in the heart comes on through the outside. But why I say this, and I think what this proverb is talking to, is not the look of our emotions in our face, but it's what's inside our heart, the real you, what comes out. If you're happy, if you're joyful, if you are in a good place, now I relate this to knowing God. I mean, I'm a pastor. But if God lives within you and you get to know that fullness, that someone's always got your back, that forgiveness, that companionship, that everything, life, it shows. So it doesn't matter what happens. The you inside you shows. And the way these questions were asked of me is there are some people who seem to be very angry. And when that becomes part of you, that anger, that hatred, that bitterness, it comes out, it shows in your face. And what I would say is don't let angerness and rage and bitterness become part of you, because it becomes part of you. I would dare say it changes you. A happy heart makes the face cheerful, but heartache crushes the spirit. It shows. There's a professor at Harvard. It's called the happiness professor. Evidently, he's a happiness expert. I didn't know there was a happiness expert. I think you can do things to make yourself happy. Part of it is giving, being humble and giving to others. That was the message I took away from what I read about him. But see, that depends on circumstances. That's not on the inside. That's how you feel good for a moment. And then hopefully a collection of, happiness professor, a collection of moments becomes a reality. Whereas what this says, a happy heart, the inner you, when that's right, and I would dare say right with God, it shows. So when you see people who've changed, maybe it is the anger and the bitterness that has just become such a part of them. That's what you see. So I hope this answered your question, and I pray that you get that right spirit, the real you. Your heart becomes joyful and full of the joy of life, so that it will just come out in your face. All right, so that's what I got. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the questions. Great questions. Let others know. Keep them coming. Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, at FL Compass Church, and now on Instagram, at FL Compass Church. Guys, have a great week. Keep them coming. We'll see you Saturday.